What follows is a low-stakes conversation between two friends about American politics, social issues, and current events. There will be factual inaccuracies. There will be incoherent opinions. There might even be some kissy noises. Just roll with it and come out the other side with a new understanding about what it takes for a non-voter to care about, anything at all. No arguments, no debate. Just perspective. That sounds fun, right? Hello? Hey, where are you going? Wait, hold on. I really think you'd like it. We worked really hard. Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of A Nightmare for a Non-Voter, in which me, Matt, I try to convince my co-host, Rocky,
Hello, my friends.
I'm back again and rough again. Here we go.
Yeah, let's bang it out.
Convince him to maybe not agree with everything I say, but to convince him these ideas exist.
Convince? Or just like...
Just that they
one
exist.
ear out the other.
Well, we'll see. So, first of all, I'm going to recap you each time in case someone's skipping through and only listening to this for the first one.
Right.
Who are you, real quick?
I am Little Dego from Jersey who has zero political interests, zero interest of any kind of movement that is trendy right now. Coney 2014.
Okay. Well, I guess what I meant was, people need to know that you're straight, you're white.
Yeah.
You're
I don't
homeowner.
I don't really identify with any political party because I just don't give a fuck.
What I'm trying to say is you're in the majority and not the minority.
As in a straight white male, or as in not giving a fuck?
Well, maybe that too. Which is a little
I get a feeling our numbers are bigger than you might realize.
Oh, God.
In the not give a fuck camp.
You might be the voice of America, Rocky. I'm serious, though.
I take this responsibility to heart, so I take it very seriously.
And I want to remind everyone, because I got a couple comments about this, about accuracy and facts and stuff. I need to remind everyone, like I had to do with anime over and over with our YouTube channel, mattandrocky.com, that it's not my job to change your mind, because not only will I fail.
I'm too old at this point. I'm 33.
But
set my ways.
I'm not an expert either. Like, this is for fun. This is just an excuse to talk to Rocky and get his perspective on this or that.
Right, because if we didn't do this podcast, I would, I'm not reaching out to anybody, so
exactly.
It's good to talk to Matt.
So the joke goal is will he register to vote? But it's not a real goal. Please don't take that seriously. Okay.
After I get a feeling after this podcast, life expectancy is over. I'm going to be like I'm going to be like running for mayor, suit and tie every day.
And then everyone will blame me for your ideas being all off because my facts are wrong.
This is just another hill to go down.
Boy.
From where I am now to me being a future politician.
That's where it begins. Let's start you on that path.
I just want to grab this podcast by the pussy.
How relevant. Today's topic is feminism.
God.
Yeah, oh, God. I feel that way, too, but for a different reason. Okay, so before you say a fucking word, I gotta cut you off. Feminism, I chose that for the second episode because it's very relevant right now because of all the Hollywood harassment stuff going on.
Me too, am I right?
But also because there's two topics that you tend to bring up to like shock me. Or
remember when like Time's Up was a thing?
What?
Remember Time's Up? That was a short thing for like a night.
Okay, fuck. Let me get through an intro of this, please. Fuck. I'm bringing up feminism along with one other topic in our next episode because you tend to bring these two things up all the time to get a rise out of me because I'll react in a funny, silly way, which is feminism.
Best way. Yeah.
Feminism and, in general, black people. I don't want to say Black Lives Matter, just black people.
Notice how there's no black feminist.
Oh my God!
You know what? No, this is a compliment to black females because they have better shit to worry about. Notice how it's always younger white girls parents probably pay their bills.
Okay. I'm not gonna say yeah. I'm just gonna say okay.
You agree?
I have to give this a real intro for the love of God. Okay, so
This
this
still
topic
in the intro. Okay.
I've been trying this whole time, my friend. This is going to be so hard because I have a big paragraph right here.
Oh, good.
This topic. No.
I got a cough. Go ahead.
This topic is so huge because it literally goes back to the beginning of time.
It's not that big.
It's a centuries-long topic of women being shit on, enslaved, oppressed. They didn't get the right to vote till 1920-something, Rocky.
Right. No, yeah, I get that, but I mean...
Shit like that. Like, this is an old topic.
For the past, I don't know, since the 90s, things have been way better, I think. I mean, okay.
For women?
90s, they were still getting slaps on the ass in the workplace. I think past 2000 is safe to say. It's been fine. They're just finding shit to be insulted about.
Boy, you have a lot more to say about this than you do Trump and shit. Why is that?
I'm more annoyed by this topic than I am with Trump. Trump, I just don't give a shit.
Right.
This shit, like, annoys me.
Why?
Because it's not a problem. They're just finding... Not to mention, feminists are some of the worst smelling people.
Okay, with the smells. You with the smells.
Well, I used to work with one, and I had to take her home every so often. And
boy.
No, listen to me. This is a fact. There are some people that would not let her sit in the passenger seat. Just wouldn't take her home because she fucking stunk.
Okay, did that have anything to do with her fucking ideals, though? Her ideas?
I don't know. I didn't listen to her.
Well, then how do you even... Okay, Rocky, fucking Christ. Okay, there's a big difference here. You're using the word feminist to connote or to suggest a certain kind of women's rights activist. But feminism means literally just, hey, can women be equal to men, please?
Yeah, sure. I'm on board with that. Yeah.
Okay. Then
Fine.
Why does it annoy you that they ask for or beg for or demand stuff like equal pay in the workplace?
That I'm all fine with. Like, equal pay, fine. You know, everything's fair now. It's 2018.
But it's not yet.
All of that.
That's the problem.
Yeah, fine. But the whole, like, it gets to the point where it starts to become, like, man-bashing. It's one point to, like, fight for, you know, equal rights, which is fine. By all fucking means. You deserve it. But then there's some that start to man-bash, and it's just like...
Right. Okay.
Fuck off.
Now, here's where I will agree with you, and I know exactly what you mean, but we do need to make the distinction between people who do that and normal-ass ladies who are just trying to fucking not be grabbed in the workplace.
Right.
And, you know what I mean? So the difference there is what I call militant feminism.
Yeah.
Or militant anything.
Nothing
really.
good about it, yeah.
But, and with militant
anything,
stuff...
I get a feeling like anything to the extreme is just bad news.
It tends to push people away versus bring them onto their side because they're loud and obnoxious and in your case smelly, I guess.
Fucking stink. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about.
I do, and I'm trying to get past it. Fuck.
Stinky pussy.
Oh. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to try to get into some specifics to narrow your ideas down because I know you're annoyed by it, and I'm trying to get to the heart of why. And I'm hoping that it's just militant feminism you're annoyed by, and not feminism. Period.
Well, I mean, I know the difference between right and wrong. It's how they go about it a lot of times. I'm just like, okay.
Well, how do they go about it?
The message received, but the way you're going about it is all fucking wrong.
Well, then...
When it crosses over to man-bashing, it's
well,
like...
what are you basing that on? Like, where have you seen the man-bashing, specifically?
Oh, social media. All over social media.
Well, okay, then who do you follow that does it? Not specifically. Don't give me names.
No one anymore, because I hide that shit pronto.
Okay.
There's nothing more that makes me want to hit a woman.
Holy moly.
I'm kidding.
Holy shitbird. I have so many questions. That reminds me of a clip you posted on Facebook once that actually offended me, which is rare because I'm pretty used to you by now, I thought.
Yeah.
You posted a video from this fucking right-wing shit, and you know what that means now, right?
Yeah.
Called
Republican
Red Pill
shit, right?
something. And it was
How
a
long
video...
ago was this?
Hold on. It was a video of women getting punched in public because they were being really bitchy to somebody. Or yelling at somebody?
Oh, when they deserve it, yeah.
Okay, it was that video, and I was like, holy shit, Rocky, what is this? Why did you post that? Why did you post that?
There is nothing more satisfying than a feminist who demands equal rights getting equal rights. Like, if you want to put your hands on a man, you're gonna get fucking hit like a man. And I love that.
Well,
no, they want equality.
And
they want to fucking start fights.
You know what I was going to say? You don't know the context of those clips, though. It was just a compilation of punching and hitting.
It's a compilation of karma. You start shit, you're going to get it back in the face.
Okay, then let me put it in context. Do you know that video was used to be misogynist, right? It was to be like, hey, look how much women suck. You know, it was like made in that name, right? It was like
all I know is I was able to jerk off to it.
Oh, you fucking god. The minute we get a little bit serious. Okay, where am I going? Okay, then most relevant thing then is your sister, your mother, your fiance, your exes over the years.
Everyone you just named has taken a smack or two.
You're kidding. Please be kidding.
I'm kidding.
Thank God.
I gotta say that or you'll fucking derail us and quit.
The feminists listening to this are coming to your house literally right now, Rocky. They're somehow listening to this recording as we're doing it.
Well, they're gonna get smacked.
Oh, okay. The women I just named, how have they felt about your attitudes towards feminism? I need to know how they feel about you feeling about
I have my mom a friend on Facebook, and she just like shakes her head and has the, you know, what are you gonna do? He's the way he is attitude, you know.
Okay.
She doesn't try to argue about it because she knows, like, to a certain extent, I'm right.
Or is it because
to a certain extent,
her son?
Obviously, I'm not going around smacking feminists in the face.
But you really want to.
But like I said, if they're gonna, you know, start shit and start hitting me, you know, equality. You're gonna get hit like a man.
Boy, dude, going right for it right in the beginning, huh?
Okay,
then fine. Not your mom who's like obligated to love you, but like a girlfriend, whether right now or in the past. How have they felt about your attitudes towards this?
I don't know. I don't really talk about it too much. Like,
Didn't
I know
they get a sense?
My girlfriend now is like, she's mentioned like the equal pay thing, and stuff like that, and you know, it's fine. But
I can tolerate that.
I don't even. It's hard to say because I don't really. None of those people I'm close with are like. I wouldn't even call them like feminist. I mean, like they want equal rights, which of course who the fuck doesn't, but they're not feminists that are preachy about the subject or anything like that.
Well, the argument with militant feminism is that they have to be that loud and stinky because no one's been listening to them for like centuries.
Well, maybe they should change up their fucking tactics.
And the only way to be heard is to be loud, to be aggressive. That's the idea anyway. Same thing with gay pride parades. Anything that's loud and that demands equality loudly, the argument is that they've been silent for so long that fuck being silent anymore. What do you think about that?
It's reminding me of like this women's march, maybe like 10 years ago.
Okay.
And they all had like, not all of them, but like all of them were like, you know, raising their hand for a fist, and a lot of them had bullhorns. And there was this one Spanish-looking dude who just whipped out his dick.
Okay.
He whipped out his dick, and then they chased him up like, you know how like a lot of churches have like really low roofs? Where you just get on from like running on. They chased him up a roof.
Okay.
It was so fucking funny.
So that's what you got out of that women's
It was
march.
like the realest troll I've ever seen. It was the best thing ever. What was the question?
Jesus. God. The question was, do you understand why people are loud? Do you get that idea?
I get it, but if you're not seeing results, I think you should try to change up your tactics. You know, that's it's not working. You can see women in the thousands shouting at the top of their lungs, and it should work, but it just doesn't. And honestly, I'm sympathetic to a point because I don't know what they could do. The Me Too thing,
well,
it's
can I just
working
say,
to a point.
Vote is probably what they can do.
Good.
Like white women mostly voted for Trump. Did you know that? Like
No,
they didn't vote for Hillary.
That's surprising.
Yeah, they don't like their own kind so much. I don't know why that's a stat, but it's
that's
real.
actually very surprising. Yeah.
I don't know, but anyway, fucking Christ. Okay.
What's the matter, pal?
Because we're talking about hitting women in like the first 20 minutes, and it's like I thought that was going to be the latter half of the episode.
Oh no!
I knew it was coming. Trust me, I knew. I know you.
Well, you gotta listen. People are gonna tune in. They're not gonna get bored.
At least there's that, I guess.
You gotta hit them where in the beginning.
I really did. You do fascinate people a whole lot. I've gotten a lot of comments directly to my face about you.
No shit,
and
really?
They shake their head and they go, "What in the world? What the fuck is this guy? He doesn't care." They're still confused about your attitude here.
There's nothing to confuse. It's a lack. Caring.
Right?
It's not.
It blows their mind. It does. It really does.
Yeah. I mean, my girlfriend made my lunch for tomorrow, and it means the fucking world to me. If I was dreading my biggest problem was making my sandwich for tomorrow. That was the biggest problem I had today.
It was solved by a woman. So you're a feminist now. Is that what you're saying?
I am pro women because my girlfriend made my sandwich, and that was my biggest problem.
She was in the kitchen making your sandwich, just like a feminist? Hold on a minute.
She was making breakfast, and she did it before she made the breakfast.
Like she fucking should have. In the kitchen.
Now who's the asshole?
Jesus Christ. So it's okay if they ask for or demand stuff like equal pay, but not if they do it in an annoying way?
I don't think protests are effective anymore.
You don't?
I don't know.
You don't think it inspires younger people?
I think they're like just in comparison, they're just a fucking gnat flying in your ear. It doesn't do anything anymore. It's a blip with so much going on. It's a blip on the fucking radar. It doesn't get anything done.
Do you know the Women's March after Trump was inaugurated back in last January? It was literally the biggest protest of like all time ever.
Right. And what happened out of it? What happened?
It put okay. I know it didn't affect lawmakers or anything.
It didn't do anything. Yeah.
But it did make me bring it up here. And my point of that is it put their voice out into the public and made them known that they are there and that they need change.
Mm-hmm.
So at least put it in the social in the conversation that we're having as a society.
Right.
At the very least, it did that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's important because that's where you start, you know? Like, if gay people had never spoken up, they would have never gotten where they are today with gay marriage being legal.
Right.
They would have just sat there and quietly like, fine, I'll take it. This is great, you know?
Yeah, but more importantly, we forgot to sync, so, I mean, whatever.
I'll figure it out. Fuck. Do you want to do it real quick?
Yeah, let's do it right now. Make sure you don't cut it out.
So you come off as, from the beginning of this 20 minutes or whatever, you come off as the extreme of anti-feminism, which are called men's rights activists. People are going to confuse you for that, so I want to make sure I define what they are before.
Definitely not that.
Okay, because they are, you know, pro-misogyny. Misogyny is, of course, anti-lady. They are, you know, yeah, everyone should be equal, but, you know, men get harassed too. But they pump up that argument so much in order to delegitimize women. I
don't think it's any surprise that white dudes have it the best. More importantly, more straight white dudes.
Right.
No argument there. I mean, we could do anything and slip out of it like a fucking eel.
Okay. You're aware of that at least. Good.
Yeah. And I know that then it goes, women have it worst, and then black people have it the absolute worst.
Right. So why not have more sympathy for people under you? Is my point, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I should. I feel like I should.
Because especially because you're straight and you like women.
Right. And but the fact that it doesn't have any bearing on my day-to-day life, it has nothing to do with it. I'm not willing to put any mental energy towards it because it doesn't affect me.
Well, okay. Has your girlfriend throughout your life ever said, "Oh my God, this fucking dude on the street just called me. It was terrible"? Did they ever say that? Anything like that to you?
No.
Like complain about being
I don't know.
harassed?
I don't think I've ever had an ex or current that's ever been catcalled.
Not harassed in the workplace, like grabbed or gross comments being made at them.
Not that I remember.
Oh, geez. Or you're probably not even listening to them. You're like,
I was gonna say, I'm glad you said that because I wanted to, but I didn't. In case she listens to this.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So I'm selling an engagement ring soon after this episode airs.
Oh boy. Oh God. See, that's actually what I'm so curious about, and I think a lot of people will be too, is how in the world, if you're so like annoyed by feminism, do you get women?
I mean, it's not something that gets brought up on like the first date.
I know, but like over time, doesn't it slowly come up here and there?
Oh, well, I mean, over time, I lose everybody in my life.
Oh, gee, well, everybody does, Rocky. You don't have to get really fucking depressing.
No, I mean, honestly, it's not... Currently, we don't really get into discussions
That
like
was so
that.
sad.
Yeah.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard. I lose everybody in my life. Well, hey, I bet feminists would really, really like it to convert you. You're probably like the biggest, most exciting challenge.
Good fucking luck.
Yeah, right? You represent the ultimate challenge of somebody who's just like,
I don't think I'm anti-feminist. I'm just annoyed. They're going about it the wrong way.
I think
it's coming off as fucking man-bashing, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, and
it just comes off as angry, and that is just fucking annoying.
Well, you got to know that this sounds like it's coming off as woman bashing. This sounds like it's coming off as angry and annoyed, you know, at some people who would argue they're just doing the bare minimum of trying to ask for, demand equal stuff.
Right.
Should I just move on?
No, it's hard to put into words. Like, I don't exactly hate what they're doing. I just think it should go about it a different way.
What kind of way, then? If not loud and boisterous, then what?
Not posting about it every hour on Facebook.
Well, just unfollow them.
I have to.
Okay, good.
Now I'm reduced to... Between the Eagles and feminists, I'm reduced to fucking food and cats on my Facebook.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. It's fucking utopia.
Exactly. My feed's cute boys and comedy. I'm happy. I'm good.
Oh, I have cute boys too. I forgot to mention that.
Oh, yeah. Well, you better.
Obviously.
Okay, so let's dig into a little bit of... I know you like that fucking term here.
Yeah.
Let's just get right into it.
Let's get preachy.
Hashtag Me Too and Hollywood harassment. It was going to be its own episode, but I
this
decided
has
to work it into
nothing
this one.
to do with anybody.
What are you talking?
Like, this is all... It's a Hollywood problem.
Well...
Do you really think people are blowing fucking supermarket managers? If you want a job here, you gotta fucking blow me to bag groceries? No. It doesn't fucking apply to us. It's a fucking white-collar problem. Hollywood... I think it's 90% Hollywood, 10% real life. I don't think it goes on way often enough.
Hashtag Me Too, was started by some celebrity, I'm sure, or whatever. But it branched out for normal Twitter users to use, including a ton of female artists I follow on our account.
I know that one girl posted, the whole Facebook thing. Post Me Too if you've ever been the victim of... One girl did it, just put Me Too. And I put the laugh emoji, a reaction on Facebook.
Yeah, I bet you did.
And then she deleted me.
Well, hey, you got what you wanted then.
Yeah, mission accomplished as far as I'm concerned.
Good, I guess, because...
just fucking... If you make it public, it's not the platform for it.
Okay, why are you immediately disregarding... Why are you immediately disregarding that hashtag? Why is it a joke right off the bat?
Because, like I said, I don't think it applies to anybody we know.
Well, the argument is
it's
that
a white
every woman
Hollywood problem
has gone through some level of minor or major harassment in some form, and that might even include in school, being graded differently, being stared at more, being touched.
I mean, sure, there's rape victims, okay?
And
then there's women who are just had boys blatantly ask, you want to come over, my parents are home, you want to fuck, and that automatically verifies Me Too. I think some people are not really putting it to correct use.
I think you're assuming things because you don't know. You got to ask these people directly. Well, that's probably insensitive.
I really
what the
should.
Fuck happened to you?
Since they're making it public, I honestly should. Oh yeah, tell us about it. Comment.
It's sensitive.
Go on.
Okay, then here's the argument. What would they get out of that then if they're lying or exaggerating the Me Too thing?
Because everyone wants to be a part of something. Everyone wants to have a voice, and it's fucking silly.
Well, okay, I kind of agree because we dealt with anime fans for
everyone likes
years,
to hear their own shit. Everyone likes to hear themselves talk, and it's just all right, let's hear your quote unquote story.
Man, okay, but what about don't you think that disregards people who are being serious and who really need to speak out and who really did get fucked over by men?
It depends. I mean, yeah, sure. If they're just if they're being vague about it, it's posting Me Too on Facebook with no details.
Well, of course, because it's
I'm a little
rape.
skeptical.
I'm not gonna tell you.
Then why would they put it out there?
Because
People are
they're
gonna fucking
letting their
wonder.
fellow... It's not for you. That's the thing here, Rocky. None of this is for you. It's for their fellow ladies to see, oh, shit, we can bond over this. You know?
Well, you know,
It's not for you.
Facebook makes groups. They, you know.
You're talking about segregation at this point. Like, you gotta go in your camp if you want to talk about that, girls. Please, not out here where the boys are.
I want to sit down after work.
Oh my god.
Fucking, and see what's going on social media, and it's like, I'm a fucking victim! Okay, I get it.
I see your point. I really fucking do, because I see it too, and it gets a little overbearing. But, you don't have to follow them. You don't have to look at their shit.
I've just seen a lot of, like, it started out with the right thing in mind. It started out genuine. It had some momentum to be a real movement. And then, like, it just fucking, the definition of why you are Me Too'd, it just got so broad where it's like, okay, honey, you're not a victim. Relax.
Oh, boy.
You just got hit on. Relax.
That was like the most condescending shit. You're like, okay, honey.
Okay, toots.
Okay,
listen.
sweetie.
To the moon, Alice.
Patting their head. See, at least you're aware of it. Okay, well then, let me give you these two examples. Kevin Spacey and a 14-year-old boy in the 90s, and Terry Crews.
Are you jealous of that? You're jealous of the 14-year-old boy?
Oh, Kevin. And Terry Crews, the big buff guy on Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, didn't like some...
An executive male producer fucking grabbed his nuts.
Yeah.
What about that? They're in the Me Too movement.
I mean, as a guy...
Oh, boy. Yeah.
I think being in and out of a relationship, someone grabbed my nuts, I would have a different... I would not... because I think I have a thicker skin, I wouldn't
around your
play
scrotum?
Yes. It's very calloused.
Ew!
If I was single, I'd be like, yo, fucking stop. Like, I think both... Actually, scratch that. Both reactions, I would be like, yeah, what the fuck you doing? Stop.
Okay. The context, though.
Somebody would probably catch hands.
That's a 14-year-old actor boy who doesn't have the power to say that to Kevin fucking Spacey.
Right.
And then secondly, it's Terry Crews, that being
he
done
was
to
like
him.
Fucking picked up too, wasn't he?
I don't know, but it was an executive,
the
somebody
was
who was paying him, or his production company, or whatever.
No, I mean this Kevin Spacey kid. He was like picked up and put into a bed.
Yeah, when he was.
He
drunk
wasn't
or
even
something.
like
I don't know.
slapped on the ass. He was like taken. So
yeah,
I mean,
nothing even happened.
But
it was the idea that he couldn't fight back because this guy had power. That's the whole thing with the Me Too thing. It's men who have power who exploit it to harass.
Right.
Which is a real thing. I mean, read all the stories, and I know you like Louis C.K. Like, he was caught just jerking off in front of some people.
Yeah,
randomly.
But I think a lot of if you go back and hear the testimonials, whatever the fuck they're called,
yeah.
He kind of got permission first, and they said, yeah, go ahead.
Oh my god.
Go back and listen.
Okay,
I'm not making this up.
But all these stories that have come out, there's a million of them.
He had permission. I mean, yeah, it's a fucking weird fetish, but at least he had the permission.
Okay.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Consent.
Yes.
Consent. Another word, consent. Okay, Harvey Weinstein, the guy who put out all the Tarantino movies, and his brother, Bob Weinstein, he got crazy.
It's Weinstein, you maniac.
Who gives a shit? He was very, very, very guilty of that. Did it to Uma Thurman. Did it to all these other fucking great actresses.
He's a fucking monster, yeah.
Yes. What about him?
He really racked up the numbers. He's a fucking borderline rapist, yeah. Or in some cases, he might be a rapist. I don't know.
So no excuses for him, but excuses for Louis C.K.
Well, yeah, Louis C.K. The consent, yeah.
But it doesn't make him any less of a creep, though, to be like,
honestly,
hey, girlie, I'm jerking in front of you.
And honestly, just turn your head. Come on, stop it. He's not
come on, girls.
You.
Hey, you hear that? Rocky says, just turn your fucking head.
Leave the room. Don't say, yeah, go ahead. Or just fucking turn your head. Fucking get out of there. What are you doing?
Okay, but what if that person is your boss? And you have to fucking see them the next day. If
my boss is jerking off in front of me?
Yeah.
It'd be a weird next day. Like,
what if they keep trying? I'm serious. That's what these accounts are.
Call HR and get them fucking fired. You don't go out.
Uma Thurman didn't release this story till this year, and that happened during Kill Bill.
Yeah, why? Why do they wait? Can I ask you that?
Probably like contractual legal shit because this guy doesn't want to get sued, and he has the money to defend himself.
Don't tell anyone about the rape is in the contract.
Maybe.
I don't know. Come on, stop.
I don't know.
I mean, why is there people waiting 20 years?
Because they're
if
scared.
They're really that traumatized about it.
They're scared that they're going to be vilified, that they're going to be turned into like a bitch. Like, ooh, that bitch is complaining so much. I'm not going to hire her.
I don't know.
Like that.
I don't think anybody views victims like that. Like, oh, she was raped. What a fucking cunt. Like, what? No.
Okay, when a guy... here's the double standard that people often bring up. When a guy complains about this stuff, it's like, oh, he's brave. He stood up for himself. When a woman does it, it comes off as bitchy, you know?
When it complains about... What do you mean?
Harassment.
Do guys complain about getting harassed?
I just talked Terry Crews and the Anthony Rapp, the 14-year-old.
Right.
Yeah. So they're brave for coming out and saying that, but you know, fucking Uma Thurman's a bitch for talking about this.
People are saying that. I don't.
Well, no. I'm just using her as an example. But in general, when women are confident in the way men are, they tend to be portrayed as bitchy or ice queens.
I don't know. Ellen DeGeneres seems pretty confident. I don't think she's an ice queen, and she's gay, so I got points for that one too.
Guys, I tried. Oh boy. Do you think Hillary Clinton would have won if she weren't a woman?
No, because a lot of people were complaining about that, whatever the fuck, dead soldiers or some shit.
Oh, that again. Jesus.
Fugazi, Benghazi. Benghazi.
Yeah, Benghazi, there you go.
A lot of diehard Americans, patriots, you bring dead soldiers into it. I can kind of see why.
Okay, what is that again? What do you think Benghazi is?
Didn't she, like, cover up? Didn't she, like, not send aid?
It's a right-wing conspiracy theory to delegitimize her.
I mean, if that's the case, it doesn't look good.
Yeah, but that's the only thing you know. I'm talking about, like, she like, cares a whole fuck ton about, like, healthcare and children's healthcare. You know?
I mean, I would have voted for Hillary if I gave a shit. Oh,
okay.
But I'm just saying, definitely wouldn't have voted for Trump. Yeah, you're preaching to the choir on that one. I don't know why she didn't win, to be honest.
I'm trying to bring up the argument that, like, people suggest that maybe she didn't win because she's a lady.
I don't think it's because I don't think that's it. I mean, she doesn't know how to dress. I think that might be
oh my God.
something to do with it.
Oh, okay, Mr. Really Fashion over here. What the fuck? I don't know.
I'm glad you finally realized I'm Mr. Fashion. Thank you.
It's been my name the whole time. You wouldn't call me that.
I've been fucking hinting towards it for years.
All right, Mr. Fashion. The point, though,
Nightmare for Mr. Fashion. Rename the show.
I'm glad you know our show name, half of it. It's the idea that okay, hold on. I lost my place because of Mr. Fashion.
Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it?
Oh, the idea that America is still super misogynist, super anti-lady, that she never had a fucking shot to begin with.
If you think she lost because she's a female, sure.
Not only that, but like a big contributing factor. Mm-hmm. That's the argument anyway.
If it was because she was a lady, then why are the ladies voting for Trump? I don't think... You think that women would vote for her, right? I don't think it has anything to do with being a lady.
Because women are also, you know, racist and homophobe and, you know, like white guys.
Yeah, but who isn't? Who isn't racist and homophobe to a point? Stop it.
Me?
You have no racist blood in you.
A black person has never fucked me over. A brown person has never fucked me over. I have no reason to be.
Okay, but have you ever had sex with anyone darker than you?
Yeah.
Have you really?
Yeah, he was half black. I even told you this story.
Not the one with the gums?
Oh, God. Wait, stop trying to call me a racist. You're trying to bring me down to your goddamn level. Because you're feeling lonely down there.
I
don't want it. I don't need it.
I think you're the least racist person I know. You've splashed on purple gums. Purple gums majesty.
I have a pencil in my hand and it needs to go into my temple. Okay. Oh, God. I want to talk quickly about representation in media. Specifically, what feminists... You're about to find out.
Dumb it down, please.
You're about to get that, I promise. It's what feminists or people call the male gaze. And what that is in TV shows, movies, whatever.
Like a male Medusa?
Sure. I'll turn you to stone, Mr. Fashion.
Like homosexuals, plural. Form.
No. Male gaze is how the camera moves in a video game, a movie, whatever, that's meant to mimic how men have looked at women over centuries, really, which is tits and ass. Tits and ass, tits and ass.
Okay.
And the suggestion is that we're finally, in this fucking decade, moving out of camera work, cinematography, direction that is filled with male gaze. Japanese games are the big culprit of this, as you know, which are, big floppy tits, the camera's always on the tits, camera's always in the upskirt.
Oh, yeah.
That.
I thought you were like talking about like a shot of like a guy and he's like looking at something sexily. I'm like, what are you talking about?
No, not a man. A video of a man just staring there.
Well, I thought of it like literally, like a guy's certain look.
No, like first person perspective, male gaze. Your gaze onto something.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
okay.
yes, sorry.
Okay, start over. Now I know what the fuck you're talking about.
Upskirt shots, tit shots, nonstop.
Well, sex sells, of course.
Right, but the argument there is that it's not equal to men at all. And it's true. It's really not.
I mean, yeah, sure.
And I hate that myself because, like, every time I see another pair of tits, I'm like, come on, and what about some bear shirt dudes or something? But another argument there, that's my own. Another is don't do that at all, period. It has no place in art.
Speak for yourself, Chump. I like tits.
Like, especially in stories that don't involve sex. Yeah, or even relationships or anything. Like, why do that camera work if it's just a character who's trying to be a badass or something,
Yeah. I didn't even know this was a thing, to be honest. I mean, okay. Can we pause for a second?
We're paused.
I feel like there's a lot of like people that are looking for things to be offended by. Like,
okay, yeah.
I don't like this. I'm going to start an entire movement to stop it. Like, stop. Fucking enough.
I see what you mean. I know what you mean.
I mean, you don't think this sounds silly? The male gaze?
Okay.
Fucking stop.
It's the same thing. You have a part of a point in where, like, kind of like the Me Too thing, where it can be used in an exaggerated way.
Yeah.
For whatever goddamn reason, I guess to prop up someone's own identity. I don't know. But it's
much.
real, and I know it's real because I've consumed a ton of media, especially in games, and I'm looking for dude flesh, and I ain't seeing it.
Right.
And instead, I'm getting panty shots and boobs, and I'm like, this is, to me, a pansexual person, I'm bored by that. I'm just kind of like, okay, more tits, great.
What did you call yourself?
Pansexual.
The fuck does that mean?
Oh God, Rocky, fuck! I even taught you it once.
You fucking kitchenware over there. What's going on with you?
Yeah, pots and pans. Here we go. I'm potsexual.
You fucking the Rachel Ray. Rachel Ray cooking set.
I actually have an emerald cooking set. I'm fucking that.
Ooh, bam, am I right?
It's Teflon.
What?
All right.
Like, we do a show on this instead. I'm much more interested in cookware.
Maybe eventually. I don't know. If you have something offensive to say about it, sure. Where were we? Oh, do you believe
chefskiss.wave
that the male gaze exists? I'll just put it that way.
I mean, there's definitely a bias towards tits and ass.
And you think that's just because of sex sells?
Just because, like, I think
money.
Yeah, that, and like, I don't think this is homophobic, but the female form is just easier to look at instead of like fucking ripped ass abs and fucking dick. Bulge.
Well, that's super biased. That's 100% coming from you. You know? Because I disagree completely. I'm the literal opposite end of that. I think that's easier to look at.
I think you would much rather see a seal. A seal's one of the things.
Where's this going?
Like twink, bear,
seal. Cub, seal, bear, yeah.
What's a seal again?
I forget. I think you made it up, frankly. because I don't think that's a word. I'm not kidding.
Is it like fat and hairless? Like, what's fat and hairless?
Sure, let's call him fat and hairless a seal.
Yeah, or manatee. I'd be a manatee.
Okay.
You got a little beard.
Where is this going?
Away from politics, hopefully.
Oh my God. What were you trying to say?
I don't remember.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, fucking Christ. I have my own problems with staying focused, and I gotta keep you focused too.
I'm talking about seals and manatees.
Yeah, you really are, aren't you?
Oh, the male gaze thing.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know why there is such a big bias, but I don't think it's a big deal.
Well, people suggest that
is it really pissing people off?
It's a little bit, and even me, not pissing me off, but it annoys me because I'm like, oh, come on, can we finally have a game where a dude has a stupid fucking shirt off for once? Can I see a bulge or something here and there, please? It's so rare that it gets frustrating. And then on the woman's side, they don't see themselves in these lady characters because these lady characters are built to please you, a straight white man. They're not built to be realistic, have realistic shapes. Or
there's that chubby little Eskimo girl on Overwatch.
Well, she's an example of a good representation, but that
I like
only
her.
came out in 2015, you know? So we're finally catching up.
Thank God.
Like,
All right.
the only female heroine that people loved for a while, and to this day, thankfully, was Ellen Ripley. But Ellen Ripley, even at the end of Alien, is in her fucking undies for no goddamn reason, you know?
And Samus strips onto her undies at the end of the game.
Exactly. And it's like, if the male gaze didn't exist, that wouldn't have happened. That's the argument. Because, like, what function did it serve other than to give you, the audience, the paying audience member, a boner?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more of a demographic, we know our audience kind of thing. I mean, there's a reason why we remember this shit.
Well, I liked Ripley because she was badass. She kicked ass.
Right, yeah.
I don't care about her fucking undies.
And her little Jufro.
And her Jufro.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Get away from her, you bitch!
That's amazing. That's an amazing part.
I know.
But she didn't need to be sexualized. That's the point.
Right.
Of
she
her
really
character.
wasn't until that very one moment, right? And then, like, never again.
Well, I was trying to give her as a good example versus, you know, fucking any Japanese lady game character ever.
Well, I mean, the Japanese are perverts. We all know that.
Yeah, but they're more perverts for ladies because, and in America too, because men rule the world. Patriarchy, they call it.
Does it piss you off that in Japan they have,
Oh my
like,
God.
used panty vending machines and not used undie vending machines?
It pisses me off so much, Rocky.
I
Oh
know.
my God, that's all I
See,
think
now,
about.
now we're in agreement. Because I would love to sell my used undies to Japan and get some
See?
extra scratch.
That now you know. See, men rule the world, and because men rule the world, women tend to get used, abused, and shit on. That's the whole
Yeah.
core of the idea here.
Right.
Do you agree that men kind of fucking rule everything at least?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That's a fact, yeah.
And
sure.
how that would maybe result in some sort of negative shit for ladies, people who are not men?
If they're getting the shaft of the deals constantly, absolutely, sure.
The shaft of the deals.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
If they're constantly getting fucked, sure. Yeah.
Okay,
But that
so
goes back to, like, fair wage. Like, I completely think that they should be paid just as much as men.
all right, Mr. Fashion, the feminist.
Thank you.
we need-
Remember,
we need to
thank
wrap
you
this
so
up.
much.
Okay, so what would it take you to be on a militant feminist side?
Oh, God.
What would have to happen in the world for you to be like, okay, I agree with this completely. Me Too movement, yes, cool. You smell
more-
bad, that's cool, etc.
More friends like you.
What?
More friends like you that are trying to persuade me because it's going to take a lot more than 1 hourly podcast a week.
So it's possible if we kept this up, if I just kept berating you and shitting on you, like, you gotta like ladies more, you gotta be a feminist, you will change?
Oh, yeah.
Don't fucking tell them that, because then they'll yell at me.
No, I'm totally kidding.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I think if you just put up the pressure a little bit more, Matt, it could.
Oh, fuck you.
Basically, I'm just saying, do better.
You're gonna get people yelling at me to my literal face. They're like, you need to tell him the real facts.
You know he's right. You really should try harder.
Oh my God. I'm gonna end up being the fucking enemy in this.
Yeah. The non-voter is going to be the hero somehow. I'm sorry, listeners. I know I probably came off like an asshole, but I just don't. What are you going to do? I got my own problems. Okay.
I mean, well, the argument there is that it's not your battle, so butt out.
Do you think? Okay.
Oh boy.
Do you think a lot of these people who constantly fight, do you think they have much going on?
They were probably shit on in some way. Kind of
No,
like,
I mean, like, they have a lot of free time to go to, like, protest and fight.
it seems that way because you're only looking at the broad picture. If you look at individuals, no. These are people who go to work the next day.
Do they?
Yes. I mean, I'm sure there's some super queer, anarchist, militant feminists out there, but there's such a minority that it's like, those are the people you hear about more because they're louder.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's painting the picture of feminists in like a negative
I
light.
feel like there's great feminists out there, but the ones that are seeing on the news and Facebook, they're just giving them a bad name.
There are some, yeah, but like, what is a bad feminist or a good feminist? Like, why are you the judge of who is doing this the right way?
Because you're asking me.
Good point.
I'm just giving my opinion.
Very good point. Forgot the point of the show. Whoops.
I don't speak for anybody but me. This is just the perspective of Matt's alien friend.
Yeah, you
Who
kind of are.
just wants to live in his fucking bubble.
Now, people also say Rocky lives in a stress-free bubble. Is that true? Because you don't pay attention to worldly issues?
I'm being aged at a very slow rate because I have way less worries.
Damn.
Than a lot of people.
I'm jealous of that, frankly.
I mean, I have worries, bills and shit, but not anything else.
You have sandwich worries.
Yeah, really, honestly.
Which sounds like a pretty decent worry to have.
I mean, that's my biggest problem. I'm doing okay.
And then I'm going to ask you this every time. Are you going to register to vote before the next election? As of today?
If Bruce Willis runs...
Oh, boy.
Or no, if Tom Hanks and The Rock run, I'll consider it, yeah.
And what did you learn from this episode, if anything?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, come on, anything? The male gaze or...
Oh, wait, I did learn, what was it? Something I was surprised by. Oh, women voted for Trump in whenever that was.
Yeah.
That was something I learned. Then I almost forgot, and I will forget in 5 minutes.
Do you at least fucking Christ? It's like I'm trying to mimic a porn song or something. I just want to come away from this. I want you to come away from this.
I also want to come away from this.
We're done in 2 seconds. That militant feminists and feminists are two separate things.
Absolutely.
That's all I want. So you
feminists
do get that.
Are human that want things.
Right.
Militant feminists are fucking brats who demand things.
Okay. At least, you know what, guys? I know I didn't do my best on this episode because I'm not an expert.
You did fine. Stop it.
But at least we got there. He now has two separate camps in his mind that he'll forget about in 5 minutes.
At least we got something, guys. Don't bust Matt's balls, okay?
If you want to bust my balls, follow us on Twitter at Headache Heroes, on Instagram at Headache Heroes. Throw some topics at us that you think are more relevant than feminism
Matt,
or Trump. I'm in the wrap up. What?
One of the questions we might get is why are we called Headache Heroes?
Oh my God.
What the fuck does this have to do with Nightmare for Non-Voters?
If you dig into our... Oh, there you go. Thanks, Rocky. Go to mattandrocky.com to find out why those things are called Headache Heroes, because we have 5 years worth of videos you can go check out. If you want, you won't. Subscribe on iTunes, please, to not go to the YouTube channel. And please support us on Patreon, because we still have one. Patreon.com/Headache Heroes.
Oh, yeah, we do still have that thing going on, huh?
Yeah, we just got a new pledge. We're still getting moolah.
I saw that. I got the email. I'm like, why?
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, right? Maybe they like the podcast.
What are the reward tiers?
They get this episode early. That's all I can offer them.
Sorry, guys.
I wish I had more. What, do you want to do fucking personalized podcast?
We could finally make a tier where I can send my used ripped underwear. Because I got chunky thighs, and when they rub together, it eventually wears and tears at my boxer briefs. Do you understand my plight? These are the problems I want to talk about. My chunky thighs.
On that note, thanks for listening, guys. Bye. Say bye.
Sayonara, my friends.
So that's your new sign off.
I guess.
Sayonara, my friends. All right, we're done.